Hey, this is Colonial, and this should be my 7th installment of my Caelum Let's Play. Now I've had a bit of a hardware snafu here. My computer kind of broke. The back fell off it, so I'm using a hand-me-down computer. I don't know what the future is going to hold, but I think it means that my sound quality's decreased a bit. So you're just going to have to live with that for a while, I'm afraid. Also, it means I had to play next turn before I recorded this turn, so I kind of know what's going to happen. But that's not too big a deal. On the plus side, if you look at this, I have won a battle in Ulm's capital. A bit of a surprise. I was, of course, not expecting much, but let's see what happened. If you remember, I threw 3 Eagle Kings at the problem, and it's all really good. So I shouldn't be complaining. I know my computer broke, and that's terrible. Also, this computer seems to be faster in terms of battles. If you look at it, I'm not even on fast forward. My other computer was probably full of all kinds of adware and crap that slowed it down. I don't know, but this is going very well. So we're going to watch this battle. Same army he always has, about 50% battle mages in this clump. All of this here is all battle mages. His god, however, is not here. There's Rain of Stones. But I'm basically immune to Rain of Stones now because I am only Eagle Kings and a few Suicide Amazons out the front. Storm goes up. Rain of Stones again. I'm almost out of Amazons, but he's taking a bit of a beating from the stones. If you look at it, most of his guys are half dead or whatever. A lot of the red lines. So quite a lot of damage on his mages. Yeah, I've spent all day reinstalling Dominions on this new computer, reinstalling my recording software, blah blah blah, so things are probably all slightly different. Like, you're now hearing the battle sounds quite a bit louder, I believe, if you didn't used to. There goes Wrathful Skies, and I think that's what really does it this battle. This is the first time I've actually gotten Wrathful Skies out properly. Every other time my guy who was supposed to cast it got exhausted, probably because of bad scripting. But this is kind of a perfect storm here for me. Everything finally goes right. This single water elemental is doing yeoman's work as a lightning rod. I did blow a good 8 gems to get Storm and Wrathful Skies up on the same guy. In the future, I will be using 2 different guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 8. He's used them all, and he's very unconscious. Yeah, every turn, Wrathful Skies drops its glorious pain on these Elmish. He has a crap load of battle mages. Still got a solid force. Ah yes, my warrior kings have hit the field. Alongside my water elemental, they're cleaning up his infantry. And now my warrior kings have fled the field. They only had 2 turns of attack orders. But look at this, right there. It's the key. Armies of Ulm routed. And so I'm down to the only troop I have on the battlefield is a single unconscious king. But the skies are wrathful. Wrathful Skies is going off, and it's enough to scare his army away. So, yeah, perfect. All wonderful. If you look at the battle score, he lost about half his mages, but the other half fled. So I'm very happy and lucky little winged guy at the moment. And I hold his capital, so that's the best thing about this turn, but it was a pretty good turn. There's another thing as well. If we look at this little screen over here, I'm getting evocation next turn. I was expecting to have 2 more turns, but I was at about 600 research, and I'm like 850. That's probably achievable. So basically, every single person who can is researching. And in fact, there's only 5 mages who are in labs and not researching. When I put every single mage in a lab to research, and then I started to take them off until I got down to exactly the number I need for that evocation. So what I'm doing is I'm using all 4 of my dwarven hammers here. I'm grabbing a few more lightless lanterns, winged boots, boots of nature. And what was the last thing I was doing? My god's researching. I think this is the first time my god's ever researched. I'm also grabbing a single corpse construct batch. Oh yeah, it's over here. Oh no, Demon Bane, Boots of the Messenger, and 2 lightless lanterns. And 6 corpse constructs, and everyone else is researching. So it's a bit of a boring turn in that respect, but it does mean I get my important magic level out a turn early. And so yeah, this has been a very good turn all around. Caelum has had his major army broken. I'm going to try a similar tactic over here with this other castle, while I quickly send my wall shakers up to the capital to break down the walls there. So yeah, good things this turn. Starting out with a bang here. Alm's back is properly broken. He's down to 2 sieged forts. He just lost to the lion's share of what he had left in terms of battle power. It's great. I'm a very happy Colonial. I will see you all in a second. Alright, it's the next turn, but it's literally a second after my last recording. And I found that the audio hasn't actually decreased at all. Maybe this computer's better for this. What do you know? But yeah, this turn, a bit less exciting than the last one. That was a nice thing. It's not a bad turn by any means. Look at that. Elemental armor and a lightning rod. The lightning rod is purely a mage turn and at least 3 death gems, 8 earth gems saved. Now you notice for the first time, instead of having 1.5 million water gems, I have 0. And that's because my god is casting Maelstrom. Now if you don't know what Maelstrom is, it's kind of one of my favorite globals. Whenever it's in the cards, I find myself casting it. It's wonderful. It gives you, I think, either 10 or 20 water gems, and then between 1 and 5 of every other gem type. 5 pearls, 3 nature gems, 3 of something else, maybe death, 1 of everything else, no slaves. But it's really nice for the economy. Major boost all around. So this turn I'm really grabbing that. I'm bringing... Now, when I didn't know that... Before Wrathful Skies did its wonderful magic last turn, I built up this strategy where I grabbed a bunch of these little rascals, basically. I'll show you them in the recruit screen. It's these guys here. I've grabbed a bunch of them, so basically flying chaff, and I'm just going to throw them. I was planning to just throw them at his battle mages, all stuck behind walls over here. But in the meantime, I'm going to attack him with 2 Eagle Kings. I'm not going to drop a Wrathful Skies. I'm just going to do one of those pincer, get in, slash around, get out affairs, and then I'm going to throw chaff at him. So now, I should really just be going Wrathful Skies, but I already built this strategy up, so that's going to be how it has to go down. Otherwise, I'm really preparing for the war with Barytos here. I'm into full-on preparation mode. I'm hoping to attack him in like 2 or 3 turns. It really depends on Micklin. But I'm going to I've stopped producing Amazons. I think I have enough for the war. Any more is just going to be upkeep I don't need. So, of course, when the war starts, I'll need to start building replacements, but there's no reason to build up an ungodly horde of Amazons. They're crap. I only need enough to hold my line, and I think I have enough to hold my line at the moment, so I'm ending the turn with 900 gold, which of course means I need to get some more forts online, which is what these 2 Almish lovelies over here. I'm also thinking, since I played this turn, I've decided that Next turn I'm going to try and get a lab up here. I have plenty of labless ones now. What is that? Sastirs and Caelian Scouts. I have a bunch. I don't need any more. It's time to get this fort online properly. So I'm going to do that. I'm up to 2 corpse construct factories now, and if you remember from my special events, I just got a lightning rod, so sign from the gods that I need my 3rd corpse construct factory up. So I'm grabbing, I believe, over here. No. Where is it? Yeah. Oh no, that's an. Why am I forging an owl quill? It's too late to change this turn now. I think that's a mistake. I think I meant to forge a storm spool, and I forged an owl quill. Oops. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. So that's a shame, but what are you going to do? Another owl quill won't hurt. I'm going to get my next Eagle King is finally going to be ready. So I have 2 Eagle King thugs right now. 1 Eagle King thug actually died of a disease, but I was able to get his material, so that's sitting in my lab. So I have 2 at on the field. I'm going to have 2 with their gear sitting in the lab, and I've started work on my 3rd. I think it's because I got this elemental armor, so I think I'm going to have an Eagle King wearing elemental armor. But it's pretty good. I mean, every turn now I just snowball more and more preparing for this fight, but I'd like to have a good 2 or 3 turns, and then drop all ever-loving hell on him. Not too much this turn. The Maelstrom's huge. We'll take a look at that next turn. Let's, just for fun, 5 fire, 12 air, 15 water, 8 earth, 2 pearls, 9 death, and 3 nature. I know it's going to be 7 pearls and 6 nature. I don't have any idea what else. It could be either 25 or 35 water, and it's going to be 13 air. I'm pretty sure air. I know that it's 1 for everything except for water, astral nature, and 1 other thing, maybe death. But yeah, we'll see exactly how much Maelstrom helps there. Let's take a look at the graphs. So Barytos got ridiculous and then pretty much flatline. My provinces are very close to his number. My forts, if I owned Alms forts, then we would be equal, but I don't. Income, quite a bit below. Gem income, quite a bit below, but Maelstrom next turn is going to be a huge boost to that graph. Research, ridiculously low, but my bulb last turn has put a little spike in my graph, and if you look at it over here, I have an increase. I've increased ever so slightly, but I'm sticking to the last turn. I increased my research a lot, and this turn I'm sticking to that higher number, although I am doing more stuff because I recruited a bunch of mages. Yeah, army size. This was the last loss I had with Ulm, and now it's just going up, but it's going to flatline because I stopped recruiting Zons. And he's still recruiting whatever Barytos recruits. It's all good. There's 3 of us left. Us 2 little guys versus Big Mr. Purple is how it's going to go down. I will see you guys next turn. Hey, so today we have a massive turn on our hands, and not really in a good way. Let's see. Barytos jumped me. Boom ba-doom. He's attacked me in a million fucking places with a million things. This is what it looks like. Remember how this was all blue? Now the entire world is awash with pink, purple. Look at his provinces graph versus mine. So that's very bad. I wish I'd got the jump on him and not the other way around, but I should be able to do some stuff. I mean, I'm not sure I'll win, but I'll definitely do well. It kind of comes down to Micklin over here, I believe. I wish he jumped Micklin first, of course, but that's not to be. Look at gem income. I just got, as you remember, Maelstrom online. So basically he stole all my Maelstrom gems. More or less. It's all bad. So let's first of all take a look at what he's attacked me with. And then we can look at what I'm planning to defend myself with. First of all, this is his main army. Alright, so what we're looking at here is a lot of guys. I, of course, have nothing this battle, so let's just take a pause. He's got bunch of these guys. Sheds. They're his non-holy archer demon. They have 10 ammunition firing these little lightnings. They're very good. They cost him a lot of gems, though. Let's see, they're lightning immune, aren't they? Yep. These guys might die to a rain of stones. Basically, yeah, full disclosure, I'm going to drop a rain of stones on this army this turn. All these little rascals should die. He even has a vampire lord. Would he die? No, he'll survive. And a shame. All these indie archers should die. So I'm not going to get that much out of a rain of stones. I'm going to kill his little guys. He has 2 SCs, or, you know, super strong guys. He's got an archdevil, fully geared. And he has got the Father Ill Earth, who has a weird name. He's normally called Anthrax. But there you go. He's got a Storm Spool up for lightning resistance. Yeah, pretty well. Pretty solid SCs. Father Ill's Earth, of course, is not a demon, which is a shame, because I have Demon Banes. But the Archdevil, Maggoth, is a demon, so he might get demoned up at some point. Look, he's kind of got him halfway geared between Thug and Caster. So basically, he's geared him as a Caster, but with some Thug stuff in case he gets attacked. Appears to be the look of it. Mainly an Awe Shield and an Anti-Magic Amulet. And a Rainbow Armor, so that's for magic resistance and reinvig. Probably quite a nice way to gear him, because his weakness is I'm going to come and charge at him, but his strength is his battle magic, so he's been geared more or less towards battle magic, but with a bit of Thug. I approve of his gearing. This is going to be here's another valuable thing he has in this battle. She's pretty thugged out as well. I mean, geared up as well. With the armor, she would survive a rain of stones, sadly. Alright, so the first step is I'm gonna rain stones on his little head. Water bottle for defense. 4 air gems. Put him right at the back. He's already at the back. And he's going to drop. Summon Earth Power. I'm going to do more than one Rain of Stones, guys, so I guess I'll show you exactly what I'm getting up to here. Rain of Stones. Rain of Stones. Retreat. He's not going to retreat at once. He's going to take a while to... Well, maybe he will. Yeah, he might. I don't know. We'll see how it goes down. Another option there, instead of doing Rain of Stones, I might do Wrathful Skies. Alright, so that's his main army, but he's got other things. Let's first of all take a look at Wesh. He's got a lot of guys who look like this. Where's Wesh? There it is. Obviously, he's not going to bring a bigger army every day, but he has Kamazots. He lucked into these Kamazots, which he seems to be employing fairly heavily. Let's take a look at them. Lifelong protection and robe of missile protection. Only 1 death. How is he getting skeletons out of this guy? He's dropping horde of skeletons. He had death gems and he doesn't no more, which means he probably has maybe not. Let's see. I don't know how he got this army. These guys fly. Ah, he has flying raiders. Okay. And he obviously gave the guy death gems for this horde of skeletons, but that means it seems very unlikely that he would have more horde of skeletons next turn. So we've got those. We've also got these walking forces. Well, this here looks like a lot, but it's exactly the same, plus a bunch of Zots. So let's have a look at that. Resting heights. Yeah, the Zots are even standing in the back. Pretty pointless. Okay, let's see. Oh, shit. Alright, let's actually... So, does he have air gems on his Zots? I mean, not air gems, death gems. Oh, it's impossible to tell which one's the commander. There you go. Yep, 2 death gems. So that's how he's getting the hordes of skeletons off. I thought he might have a skull staff, but it looks like not. Alright, so he can get a bunch of skellies, but the thing about that... Very interesting. It means that he only has 1 turn of skeletons, which is the first turn when he's fighting 1 PD, so I don't really understand why. It's all complex. I'm thinking of dropping my Demon Banes on those, because the archers, the lightning guys, are demons. So that might be a thing. The other kind of army he seems to have. Let's take a look at this one. This looks like his biggest coup Iral. Yep, he's got the other kind of demon, the holy ones, but he has noblesse, which is weird. The Sairs, and he's got a smattering of forces. What have we here? Fiery imps. It's a very cheap death summon. He also seems to have... Yeah, there you go. These guys would die to Rain of Stones. This guy would survive Rain of Stones. Look at that. Susceptible to shock, but only 1. Not a big deal. The main problem is he's attacked me with so many things, I do not have enough vectors to defend myself. I can probably hit about 1/3 of them, and that's stretching it pretty thin. So that's the big deal. Now, another thing, look at this. 2 Eagle Kings died retreating. That is a blow, because if you remember, I had 2 kings set to attack and retreat over here, but he happens to have jumped me on that exact turn. That was 2 fully geared kings. That is the biggest blow of this first salvo. Now, what I don't get... Oh no, here's what it is. He attacked me in Flamistom, but I was scripted to attack Ulm. That's a shame. A crying shame. Look at this, my Ulmish forces. Where are my kings? They're there. 2 kings lost. I wish I'd had some intel he was attacking me this turn. It would have helped a lot. Where are my stupid kings? Still buffing at home. No, they're not still buffing at home. Where are they? They must be up here. Yeah, there they are. Oh, I lost 2 kings, guys. It's all bad. There goes his Zots, at least. Was I attacked in Ulm's Cap? I was not attacked in Ulm's Cap. That's such a blow. If I had 4 kings, it would make my life a whole lot easier. As it is, I have 2. I'm grabbing 1 next turn. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna... As you notice, I haven't played anything yet. I'll play the turn. Come right back to you. Let's look at Pepper Plain. I think this army might be a thorn in my side for a while. No, it's actually tiny. But of course, Pepper Plain is guarded by 2 cavemen. So I have a lot of options here, of course. Where do I attack with my kings? I basically win any fight that I bring a geared king to, except if I attack there. As I said, I'm going to drop something on him. I was thinking Rain of Stones, but I'm now thinking maybe Storm type affair. See how it goes down. I have 2 Earth Boots, which means 2 Rain of Stones droppers, and I have 2 fully geared, which means 2 Heavy Kings. I also have 3 Demon Mains in the lab that might see a bit of play up here. I have a few other options kicking around on my tool belt. So I will turn it off now. I'll come back to you in a second and I'll show you my response. Oh, one more thing. I would be in a lot more trouble if my only unexpected event hadn't been 1200 gold. That order luck combo seems to be doing me very well. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, see you in a sec. Alright, so the turn's going to host in 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'll go through what I'm doing with you. That way if I find anything wrong I can change it. Basically, my strategy is I kind of want to destroy his 230-man army standing in a field over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some people out of the castle to attack. I'm bringing my god and 2 kings. Let's see, break siege, break siege, break siege, break siege. So, I'm not bringing my Zons, I'm going to do it Wrathful Skies style. So, my best are my Corpse Constructs, they're immune. These guys are pretty resilient, but not immune. And I'm bringing some Cold Aura dudes as well. Actually, let's bring the Cold Aura dudes up there. Yeah. So, Storm, Wrathful Skies, Orb Lightning on 2 Eagle Kings. I'm gonna burn through 5 pearls. I've also got my god here casting Gifts of Heaven. What I would love is to hit one of his SCs in the face with Gifts of Heaven, but the main idea here is he's taking a while to get his shit under control. I want him to lose all of his rank and file troops, and then the heavies flee, is kind of what I'm going for here. Now, when the heavies flee, I'm going to try and cordon off all 6 provinces they can flee to. If I can kill Father Ill Earth by retreating him into enemy territory, I will have had a very amazing turn. Here, it's 3 shods. I am dropping a Demon Bane. I'm Cloud Trapezing one of these little guys, Arius Seraph, with the Demon Bane. Mistform, where is it? Mistform, Quicken Self, attack, hold, attack large monsters. So hopefully he can, they're going to dick around firing lightning at him, he's immune to lightning. There's going to be some skeletons, maybe. But hopefully the skeletons won't arrive in the rear in time. Move these guys to the back. This is why I didn't process it before I showed it to you. So I'm actually doing this with 2 different guys. And hopefully they can Demon Bane up the demons, and then the Kamazots will retreat. I'm not trying to cordon off the Kamazots because it's just one little Kamazots. I assume he'll get away. But this one might actually not. This one will. I'm basically attacking these 2 things with that exact strategy. This one here, I'm doing something different. I have this Naiad. I've given the Naiad a water ring and a lens. The Naiad is going to summon himself a bodyguard, summon herself a water elemental, and then start dropping Bone Melter, which is basically like Gifts of Heaven, but only 1 gift and decent accuracy. Not amazing, sadly, because this is just an Amazon, it's not a Caelum. It's a Precision 10. But hopefully that'll burninate a few guys. Maybe I'll take out the Zots. More likely I'll take out a few, and hopefully get them to retreat. This one, of course, less vital than this one, because it's not a possible retreat path for Ill Earth. Right here, I believe I'm dropping a full geared king. I have 2 geared kings. They're dropping here and here. Both of them places where Ill Earth could retreat. Let's look at them. They are Blessing, Mistform, Quicken Self, attack closest, as I've always been doing with my geared kings. Not much has changed there. In terms of this one, I'm dropping 2 Rain of Stones guys as well. One of them's right here. The other is right here. Rain of Stones, that's Earth Boots, Summon Earth Power, Rain of Stones, Retreat. I'm doing 2 of those. So now we have this square covered, these 4 squares covered. this square covered. What am I doing right here? I can't remember. Cloud trapeze to pepper plains. What? Pepper plains? Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to pause for a second. I will be back with you in a second. Right, here's how it goes down. Pepper plains is there, like I said. That's an earth boots there, an earth boots there. Geared king there, geared king there. A demon bane there, demon bane there. Naiad there. Here, I'm dropping 2 seeking arrows. It's just a single top-tier mage sitting alone, so I should be able to shoot him in the face. He's not even got much hit points or armor. So 2 just to be sure. Here, I'm throwing in a king, but this is kind of a wacky king. The reason why I'm using a king here is because this place I happen to know has a lab, which means the king will be good to go next turn, despite being Cloud Trapeze this turn. So what is this king doing? Aim, steal breath, steal breath, steal breath, which... Let's see, does Steel Breath even need aim? Precision 5. He's not going to miss with Steel Breath. And so what he's doing, his Stormcaller, is dropping crazy, wrathful, not sure about this strategy at all. But yeah, he's dropping Living Clouds, so 4 air elementals, which should exhaust him. That's what he did last turn. The problem is this turn... he might not have the gems for these air elementals. Let's look at Blue Moss Forest. If he does drop the air elementals, then stealing his breath should kill him because he's near exhaustion at the beginning. He has 3 air gems. I think that's only enough for 1. There's Living Clouds. Yeah. Alright, I'll think about that. Okay, I'll see you in a second once I've decided what to do here. Yeah, okay, I've changed it up. I'm just gonna... stab him in the face. This guy's carrying a shitty weapon that happened to be lying around, the Stinger. 6 armor piercing damage, comes to 19 in his hands, so this guy should die very quickly to a single hit in the face with the Stinger. So basically, here, 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 here. I'm also defending these 2 provinces, and I'm dropping an Arouse Hunger on this province. My super death guy is dropping the Arouse Hunger. I'm guessing that's just 10 ghouls. I'm guessing he has not much defense there. If I lose, it's no problem at all. I have a bit of a problem here. One of my Eagle Kings is out standing alone, so he's going to more or less run away. My 2 guys with their wall shakers are going to go into hiding. This Sastier, I have a Sastier alone in each fort. They're probably going to die. Not that big a deal. Let's see what we have here. Bunch of these little chaffs I had lying around with 2 kings doing Thunderstrike spam. Basically, that'll be able to take out any little shrapnel he throws at me. My real problem here is if this army decides to move out, I might be in a lot of trouble. If he attacks one of these provinces that I'm investing kings in, he could easily kill the kings. This one over here is equally not much. I have wooden warriors on some corpse constructs, and then I have some parting the soul spam. So no kings here, but again, there's a fair bit of investment. I would be very sad if the Erebon army moved out, but I would also be very surprised if the Erebon army moves out. I don't think he would be expecting me to be able to kill him. Walls are damaged. I think he'll be too self-confident in this instance. I might be able to kill his main army. It's a gamble. Honestly, you guys, there could be like 8 ways that this could go wrong. If it does go wrong, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's about as though I'd invested the same thing without trying to... It's worse, but it's not much worse. If his army survives, I should still be able to take back most of the traditionally Caelian lands. I'm giving up on the traditionally Almish lands for now, but of course, hopefully I'll be pushing forward with that. In terms of my lab work, I'm gearing up another king, but I don't have any kings good to go. My only king that is sitting in the lab this turn is blind, so he would be good for dropping Wrathful Skies or Rain of Stones, but he wouldn't be good for anything else kings do. I am grabbing 2 more Demon Banes and the gear for the king. I think that's pretty much it. That takes 5 hammers. I only have 4. My god is busy dropping gifts of heaven. When it comes to a new battle, it really is a toss-up with how strong. I was not expecting him to roll over me this much. I was expecting him to roll over me significantly, but I was a bit disappointed when I first watched this turn just how much he'd hit me. And now, of course, I don't know how prepared he will be for all of my counters that I'm throwing out. Sadly, I'm not being able to hold anything in reserve. I'm showing my hand completely here. Pretty much all I have is the Rain of Stones, the Wrathful Skies, the Geared Kings, and the Demon Banes. All 4 of them are hitting the table this turn. But I still hold out some hope. Yeah, that should be more or less it. I will leave you, but I might pop back again in a second to tell you if I've changed my mind, anything more. I'll keep thinking about it for a while. See you guys.